Hello everyone, and welcome back to One-Off Let's Plays, the series where I show off games in my collection that I wouldn't actually make a full LP out of, and today I am showing off a Sega Mega Drive / Genesis game, Super Hang-On. A game released in 1989, I think, so it's like 2 years after the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis came out, and honestly, I like this one a lot. I think it still holds up today pretty well. It's not one of the best games ever made and that, but it's just something to play, if you're a bit bored and you want a bit of fun and things. And I'm going to be doing arcade mode because, I don't know, I just felt like showing it off. Original mode is the original one. To be honest, I haven't really tried it out that much, really, but arcade mode's where it's at. But, of course, I'm really bad at this game, so I'm going to be doing the beginner stages, just showing you what it's like and things, as I cannot see myself being expert anytime soon. And for music, I'm going to select Outrider Crisis, because that's like the main theme to this, isn't it? You get like 4 choices of soundtracks in the game, and the music in this game is actually pretty awesome. The arcade version is obviously more high quality and things, but for Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, like the sound chip inside it, they just make some really good tunes in this one, if you ask me. The main gameplay, though, of this is similar to a lot of arcade races, where your objective is to start, from the very beginning, and then race to the end, pretty much. But alongside of that, you have a timer, so that way you've got to reach the checkpoint, before the timer runs out. I suppose you could say it's similar to Sega Rally. It's been a while, actually, since I played a Sega Rally, I remember playing that in the arcades. It was a ton of fun with that one, especially that game over screen. That has, like, one of the best game overs of all time. Because it's just so cheesy and stuff. I don't know, I really like it and things. In a way, I suppose you could say this game is similar to Road Rash, a series like for the Mega Drive and things, except obviously the soundtrack isn't composed by Rob Hubbard, and also, you're not really punching people off bikes or anything like that. Personally, for me, I actually prefer Road Rash because, there's a lot more going on, isn't there? You got more races to attack, you have weapons to choose from to hit them off their bikes and things. This one's simply just go from point A to point B and try not to crash, But the thing that actually makes it a lot of fun and involves a lot of strategy, actually, is if you hit over 280 kilometers an hour, you'll notice at the top screen, like, it flashes. But if you press the C button, I ought to reduce my speed, otherwise I'm going to crash. But if you, go over it and you hit the C button, you'll basically do this extra boost, so that way you can get past bikers a lot easier that way, of course. You've got to do it with caution, because you might have to, tap the D-pad or something to make it through. To be honest, I am not too sure, really. I'm not really going to be here for too long showing off this game, as this is it, really. Again, this is why I wouldn't really do a full LP out of it. I'm racing. I'm going from point A to point B, with just different environments around me. There's no change of plot, there's no change of pace with, the action or anything. It's the same thing, just a bit different backdrops and stuff in the background, but still. I will say, though, that even though I prefer this one over the Road Rash series, this game does run a lot smoother than the Road Rash series, because, sometimes, I will notice that, in Road Rash 2, the frame rate is slightly less than the first game, but not unplayable by any means, just slightly a bit lower and things, maybe a tad bit of a delay, but honestly, I don't really find it that bad, to be honest. But this game is really good, and also it's pretty cheap now, since this has been ported to a lot of things. You can find this on most, Sega Mega Drive collections, or I think even if you have a Wii, you can actually download it on Virtual Console, but it's actually the arcade port, meaning it has a bit of sharper visuals, better music, and just cleaner frame rate, like a super smooth frame rate. Jesus, I've seen footage of it, and it looks really, really smooth, in 60 frames per second, whereas this one is only 30 frames per second. Also, wow, I crashed on the... I crashed on, the little lap bit there. Oh, boy. Also, I know this sounds stupid saying this, but even though there's, bikes that go past you, I like how there's, some sort of stereo to it. Now, I know, yes, this is 2016, and it's not that impressive now, but I'm picturing myself playing this, man, in, 1989, hearing that must have been pretty cool, just, if you plug in, a pair of headphones, and then just hearing those bikers zoom by at, the left and right side of your speakers, they're actually there, Also, I like the detail on the backgrounds and stuff. Except even though, you know, things come charging at you like this, it doesn't look as pleasing, I suppose, as, say, F-Zero for the Super Nintendo, or obviously, what's it called, Starwing, or Star Fox as it's called in America and places like that. But, you know, it looks alright on this if you ask me. Oh boy though, I'm actually not doing too bad really. I mean, usually I crash a lot more at this point, but never mind. I'm just going to see though how far I can get in this time limit. And it looks like I'm not really going to get that far at all, considering I have 9 seconds left, and I can't really see the fin- Oh, okay, fine, whatever, fine. I guess we're going to carry on then. As, you know, I'm just going to see how far I get, and when I run out of time, or if I make it, I'm going to call this video off here, as the other tracks are the same thing, just longer. In a way, similar to Road Rash, really, you know, where pretty much, like, if you go past, the first level of races, you know, level 2 is pretty much the same tracks, but just extended, like, a lot. So that way there's more challenge and stuff added. It's the same with this one, really. I would also show off the other, like, the soundtrack and things, but honestly, like, the footage is the same, and I think it would be pretty boring to watch this as a full LP and stuff, as nothing different happens, you know? I mean, have I gone over that enough? Oh boy. I do like this soundtrack, though. A lot. I've heard the other tracks in that, but out of all of them, my favourite one has to be Outrider Crisis, which is one I'm playing right now, and hopefully you're liking listening to it and things. Well, you might not, but never mind. We have preferences, but still, some people really like other tracks in the game and things. I also like the soundtrack to Oh Dear. Okay, this doesn't usually happen. Usually, whenever I play this, I crash into the trees, not the checkpoints. In fact, I didn't even realise you could do that. It's probably because I'm recording and I'm, you know, talking live while playing this. It puts me off, man, but whatever, it's for fun, isn't it? And it's a one-off, so I just let things roll naturally. Probably. Oh god, though, there's a lot of flickering on these parts, isn't there? Oh dear. Nope, I definitely have not got this one. Although, actually, I noticed something. Well, oh wow, we're actually in Africa. But, you'll notice, like, a bar that says S and G. The further you get, you know, the yellow bar, the more it goes up and things. I'm terrible at explaining stuff, but that's how it all works out and things. It's sort of similar to, you know, sort of the triangles from, like, Road Rash 2, where you could tell, like, in multiplayer, how far away you were from the finish line, you know? That kind of thing. Also, I have really, really not made this at all, have I? Because I've got, like, 5 seconds left, and nope, I cannot see myself clearing this anytime soon. Oh boy, I was close though, I was really close. I have done it before, and it was satisfying, but you don't really get much from it. You just get a high score, and then just get told to go on to the other mode and stuff like that. Original mode though, I believe, has you actually buy in parts for your bike, so that you can actually make progress. But occasionally, I just like playing arcade, you know, I've got all my equipment and stuff, I don't have to worry about buying anything. And I can just hop straight into the races, keeping up with all the other races and stuff like that. Also, wow, Jesus. My name is that. Oh, right, great. I think I skipped it by accident or something. Oh boy, never mind. And it's been 8 minutes, which isn't actually that bad. So this has been one of Let's Plays of Super Hang-On for the Sega Mega Drive. If you like the look of this game, even though it looks sort of basic now, but it's actually a bit of fun to play, you know, just every once in a while and stuff like that. You can find this obviously on the Sega Mega Drive, as this is what I'm playing it on, an original Sega Mega Drive hooked up and stuff like that. And, like I said, you can get it on the WiiWare, or you can find it on other compilations, like, I don't know, there's a couple of Mega Drive collections for the PS3 and Xbox 360, I think. Do your research about it, there's a lot of ways you can get this game. Take care, guys. I hope you've enjoyed one of Let's Plays of this game. I'm terrible with outros as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh wow, and the demo guy crashes. Brilliant.